This came from his phone. This video was from his own perspective. So why, oh why would you post that? Why would you post that video, bruh? Why? Pascal. We got to jump into this next story. This is something that's been going on, like getting shared a lot. It's going viral right now all over the twits. Well, rapper Meek Mill is under fire right now for giving out $20 to a group of children. Yeah, we're going to take a look at this video. Here we go.
Support what we supporting though? What is we supporting?
The water hustle.
But what is we supporting, honestly?
Young black man. My mom, big bro. We out here selling water, trying to start
we truck, big bro. Yo, the water, no chop.
My mom sold it, bro. We out here trying to make. Bro, you can't blame me one time,
shit.
bro.
Y'all not gonna split it.
What you say gave them, big bro?
Don't put your hand in my car.
Big bro. Big bro, they want me one time, Meek.
Yo, I just gave y'all money, man.
Man, y'all gotta split that money, man. It's $20.
Fuck, that's a dub.
So there you have it, y'all. Meek Mill gave out $20 to a group of kids that were hustling and selling some water on the side of the road in ATL in Atlanta. And he's under a lot of fire. He's getting a lot of heat because he gave a bunch of kids $20. Okay. Like, I've been trying to dismantle this thing, and I know there's a lot of people that feel some type of way about this. You know, some people agree, some people disagree, or some people like what he did. Some people really hate what he did. And I feel I'm a little, I'm kind of on the fence on this one, to be really honest. One, you're pulling up in a Bentley. If it looks like a Bentley or like a Rolls or something, like it's just a really nice whip. All right. You're Meek Mill. All right. You have more than enough money to give away. You got a bunch of kids that are out in the streets hustling water, anything they can to make some money. Right. And you give them $20 to split amongst themselves. I don't know how many kids were in that video. It looked like 6 to 10. I don't even know. There was a lot of kids in that video. Now, I understand you shouldn't be giving kids, or like you shouldn't be giving everybody anything just because you have money. So I understand that part. But then there's this other part of it where it's like, and I understand like trying to teach the kids, like, you know, encouraging them to keep working hard, to, you know, and trying to do some sort of positivity. But then at the same time, you're Meek Mill. You got more than $1 million in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? You for sure have more than just $20 in your pocket. You could probably give out a little bit more to those kids so that maybe they can go, I don't know, get warmer clothes, or go reinvest in the water that they're selling. Go buy some more water, that kind of thing. Help them with their business. Encourage them in a way, whatever it might be. $20 amongst all those kids. I mean, yeah, they're $2 richer. If you split it all up, yeah, they're $2 richer. But at the same time, it just seemed like a little bit of, seemed kind of whack. You see what I'm saying? So for me, I'm a little torn, because a part of me wants to say, man, you could have given those kids something. You know what I'm saying? You could have given them something a little bit more. Come on, man. You know what I mean? You give them a dub. Come on, man. $20? Come on. You could have given more. But then there's another part of me that's like, well, those kids should not expect him to give any more money. They shouldn't even expect him to give them money, period, right? But if you're going to give them $20 and go, here, kids, take it. I don't know. I guess for me, it's like, wouldn't you just give them a little bit more, or give each one $20, or maybe split it up, or give them, give all, you know, if there's 6 of them there, like give them $60 or something like that, and say, split it amongst yourselves or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's a tough one. And I don't know his upbringing. I don't know what, you know, I don't know what his life was like when he was a kid and all that. But at the same time, I feel like, you know, a part of you knows the struggle and knows the hustle as a child. And instead of these kids out here running around, dealing drugs, running around here doing crime, they're out on the streets selling water. Wouldn't you try to encourage them in some sort of way? Than just to be like, here, oh, don't touch my car. Keep your hands off my car. Split that 20 amongst yourselves. God bless. I don't know. It feels a little funny to me. It feels a little funny. T, what do you think on this, man?
This is definitely disappointing. If Meek Mill were to look at things in a macro level, many of today's youth, the kids, they look at rappers and entertainers as being more important than their own parents, their own teachers. And Meek needs to understand that, especially coming from an urban city like Philadelphia. Meek Mill understands the hustle and the grind and to come from nothing.
Right.
So maybe Meek Mill should have, gave these kids a lesson on how to hustle, how to make this money double up, triple up. If you go buy a case of water for $3 to $5, you sell each bottle for $1 each. You have 24 bottles inside of the case. You're making a good amount of profit off that one case.
Word.
If you teach that lesson to kids, how about this? I'll sponsor you guys another, 50 cases of water. Right there, that's profit. If they sell each one for $1, that's all profit for those kids. Teaching that game that he raps about, he has to practice what he preaches, because these kids are going to really take this, to heart, and this is his fan base. These kids emulate what he does, what he says, how he dresses, what they want. He shows them, they want that car, they want that jewelry. So how about teach these kids how to properly, invest their money, make profit legally,
right?
And maybe he can be that sponsor for them. The $20 was, was kind of like, here you go away. I mean, that was really an eye opener for those kids. That maybe their idols that they look at aren't that great to follow.
Yeah,
honestly,
kind of like the whole don't meet your heroes type of thing.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's such a weird. I mean, it's a sad thing when you got somebody who probably was one of those kids at one point, right? Grew up on the streets, that kind of thing, has that kind of background, that kind of upbringing. He sees those kids, and instead of him saying like, "Hey, here, let's turn this into something," you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys are doing something really dope. You're not selling dope. You're not selling drugs on the street, and that is really incredible. So how about this? Why don't you take this $20, go buy 2 more packs of these things, split the rest of the money amongst yourselves, take those bottles of water and sell. You're going to get profit on top of it, because this is not money that's coming out of your own pocket. I'm giving you money. I'm investing in your business. So here you go. Here's 20. Go buy 2 more packs of 24 bottles of water and sell them on the street. You know what I'm saying? That would have been more feasible. That would have been more plausible. But the way he did this made it seem like, oh, here you go, little minions. Almost like the let them eat cake kind of situation. Here you go, buddy. Here you go. Do your thing. Bye. Now leave me alone. Split it amongst yourselves. Bye. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It makes that kind of stuff makes me feel some type of way. It doesn't feel right. But then at the same time, I don't feel like those kids should automatically feel like they're owed something from Meek Mill just because he got deep pockets. David, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I'm not sure where I land at the end of it, but I do see both points here in that I see the argument that, if he's driving a Bentley, I don't know how much this costs, it's like $500,000 or something apparently. So like, I see that he should definitely, you can expect him to give more, especially if this is like the community he's part of. He's I think he was a donor before or something like that, right? I don't remember exactly, but so I partially he was probably getting that money from kind of using people. But at the same time, I don't see a reason that he has to stop or give them anything. I think if it was me, I would have been happy just to get extra money. It doesn't matter who it comes from.
Right.
But I do see the arguments that somebody with that much money and responsibility could give more. If I was richer, I would give more, but can't expect everyone to act like I would, I guess. And so that's why I don't really know. I see why it's almost insulting for him to give so little, but at the same time, I think it's still better to give something than nothing at all.
True, and I agree with that too. I mean, it's something's better than nothing. In fact, that's the other argument. You know what I mean? That's the other argument that I saw in the chats, in the twits, and all that, or in the tweets and everything. There were people out there that were sitting there going, "What? He doesn't owe anybody anything. He don't owe those kids nothing. He should have just kept it moving." You know what I'm saying? He didn't need to pull over and talk to those kids. He didn't need him give them one red penny. But at the same time, I feel like if you're gonna pull up and you're gonna give them $20, maybe it's $20 with something. You know what I'm saying? $20 with a little bit of inspiration or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just leaving them $20 and just saying, "Hey, split it amongst yourselves, figure it out." You know what I'm saying? But I leave the question up to you guys. Actually, after you actually saw the video for yourself, comment down below. Let me know what you think on this particular situation. Do you think he was being generous by giving them $20, or do you think that this was just a bad look for him altogether? You know what I'm saying? Then also on top of that, I want to pull something up too, because this is the other question too. This came from his phone. This video was from his own perspective. So why would you post that? Why would you post that video, bruh? Why? T.
Yeah, I just think that he lost sight of where he came from. I think that he made a thought that this $20 was going to change their lives, and maybe temporarily. But I think meeting him was the bigger expectation for those kids. I think just seeing this guy who they probably idolized and they follow after, meeting him was a game changer for them. And then for them to have high expectations, and then have those not met, will forever scar all those kids, because they want to be just like him,
right?
And that's the part he's not seeing. Like when he was growing up in Philadelphia, and he barely was making it, and he was hustling and trying to get a break, Jay-Z gave him a break, and he has to look back and give back himself. He owes the people that. Without his fans, without these younger kids, he's nothing,
right?
So he has to respect that, and coming from the streets, he knows that respect is the biggest currency out there. It's respect, and he didn't respect those kids at all. And not only with the $20, but I mean strictly just with giving those kids a conversation of wisdom, of some foresight, because these kids are trying to navigate the streets on their own or through their peers.
Right.
He's somebody who gets that and can show them a blueprint of success. That's what he owes them back. He can rap about it. He can flash money on social media, but you have to be able to really make those impacts, face to face.
Yeah.
That's authentic. The community looks up to him, and he has to be there, giving back, and make a connection. Nipsey Hussle, who he lost last year, he was doing that. He was building communities up, properties, and helping out with playgrounds and parks, and really giving his life, to the streets.
Yeah.
In a positive way. Meek Mill and Nipsey Hussle were supposed to do an album together before he died. So he should already know that philanthropy and giving back to the hood, the community, is everything. That's his legacy. After he retires or he gets played out, his people will always back him if he shows them that love right now. He didn't do that. He dropped the ball on that, and he had it on the social media. Which, come on, man, that's him trying to gloat, but at the same time, that was an air ball. He missed altogether on that shot.
Yeah. He most definitely had an opportunity to do something profound and something really uplifting in that video. And I feel like, and this is going to sound weird, but it feels like he posted that video thinking he was doing exactly that. I think he honestly felt that he was being uplifting to these kids by saying, hey, don't touch my car. split up that dub real quick. What are you talking about? That's $20, man. Split it up amongst yourselves. That doesn't make any sense to me. To me, that, you're pulling up in a Bentley. You got a bunch of kids who are basically hungry. They're out there in the streets hustling their asses off. You're videotaping them for your own benefit to make it seem like you're doing something philanthropic and mind-blowingly motivational when you were doing the exact opposite. To me, in my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't know. Maybe he posted that video to show like, hey, just because I got a lot of money doesn't mean that I'm about to give it to just everybody, any person that just needs $1 on the street. Maybe that's what it was too. I don't know, or he just has a really warped sense of reality. That's the only other thing I can think of. You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna say, David?
I think that is it. He has a kind of warped sense of reality in this point. At least in this incident, like he thought he was in the right, and that's why he posted it. And so he's trying to both show off how good he looks, and at the same time, like show how ungrateful these kids are. I guess because Muhammad Muse made a good point that basically what he's trying to do by posting this is to humiliate the kids. And there's not really another reason for him to post it. And that's a really good point. That's pretty much the only reason he would post it, is to say, hey, look, these kids were ungrateful despite the great thing that I did for them. So, he's kind of targeting the kids there.
Yeah, that's a good point, too. Maybe that is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he was posting that to say, look at these kids who are out here hustling. I gave them $20. Given the fact that they know who I am, they're still not grateful for the $20 that I gave them. If they didn't know who I was, if they didn't know me from a can of paint, would they have still wanted more money from me? Or would they have just been as grateful for that $20 if I was not Meek Mill? That's a very good question, too. That's a very good question. Imagine if I pulled up and it wasn't a Bentley, just a regular old Toyota Camry or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Pulling up, giving them $20. They wouldn't sit there and go, give us more, give us more, give us more. They would just be like, all right, bet. Thank you. Thank you so much for the $20. But if it was me, no, I'm just kidding. If it was Meek Mill pulling up, because I don't have a Bentley and my name ain't Meek Mill, but if I'm Meek Mill pulling up in a Bentley and I'm giving you $20, they're instantly going, wait a second, give me more money. You know for a fact you got a wad of cash in there. Give us $100. Come on. We got to split this $20 up? What? You got monies.
I mean, it is the difference between expectations. Like if one of us rode up in our cars or whatever, they'd be happy. If we gave them $20, I might have made their day because some stranger that doesn't look that rich just gave them a ton of money. But like you got somebody like Meek Mill's rolling up, he's got millions. He's driving a $500,000 car.
Word.
And so you might expect some generosity from him, but they don't get as much. So, like some others have said, it disappoints the kids and kind of ruins their expectations of what successful people should do.
Right. Muhammad just said something. Shout out to Muhammad Muse, new name on the chat. So welcome to the show, man. He said, "Come on, these celebs go to strip clubs and blow stacks for fun. These are little kids you probably won't ever see again. Why not leave them with a lasting impression? You know what? I completely agree with that too. You see what I'm saying? So I get it. I fully get it. These are hungry kids. This ain't cinnamon and cocoa. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I mean? While you're just like it ain't nothing. They're out here working just as hard as those strippers. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it straight funky. Probably harder. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting. That's an interesting, it's an interesting turn of like an interesting video. This is a very interesting video. And a lot of people are going back and forth on it all over the twits, talking about it, you know, acting a damn fool, saying that, hey, you know, he was really greedy, or like he was really, really stingy. That was a bad look on Meek Mill. And then on the other side, there's a lot of people that say that he could have done more. You know what I'm saying? Or he didn't need to do more. I'm sorry. That there was no reason. He had no responsibility to give them anything except buy a bottle of water and keeps it moving. You know what I'm saying? So it's an interesting one. You know what I mean?
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.